Hello.
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 Well, look who it is.
Fancy meeting you here.
Who do we have here?
Oh no.
I don't know why
just
I'm
keep
doing
coming
this
back.
with my hands.
We're just doing a little groove, yeah.
I hear that groove is in the heart. And the chills that you spill up my back make me feel the satisfaction. Okay, and we're just starting out strong.
Guys.
Wait, no, do it in Quizzic.
We're doing great.
What was that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, hi. Hello, friends, and welcome to Gut Punch RP, a tabletop role-playing game stream channel focused on inclusivity in gaming spaces, as well as charity. You can type !donate into the chat, and we'll take you to a link to our ongoing Tiltify event for I Need Diverse Gaming. You can also type !charity to find out more about this organization. Each month, we give away lovely dice sets to random donors. So if you want to test that out, make sure that it works and whatnot, we've got dice sets that we will give away. Just so that you're aware, the money that comes in from subscriptions, bits, whatnot, gets pumped back into the channel, so it'll either go to improvements to the stream or like going to the artist who does our emotes and maybe doing additional things like stickers and other prizes that we can give out for things. But basically we just turn it back into the stream, so no money goes to us, all goes to charity or actual stream. Yes, so we are sponsored by Swinging a Hammer Creations. You can type !hammer into the chat to learn more about that, but you could use on checkout the code GutPunchRP to get a little discount there, as well as we are also sponsored by tabletoploot.com, so you can type in !tabletop loot into the channel and you will find more information there. But again, use the code GutPunchRP. I don't know, I'm all over the place with this, to get the discount. Also at the break, we will be giving away a code for $10 gift card to Tabletop Loot. So stay tuned for that. During the month of May, we will be doing stuff for St. Jude. There will be a number of events that will be going on in the channel. Just in general, if you have it in your schedule and let's say you wanted to, I don't know, before Critical Role goes live on Thursday nights in May, wanted to hang out and do some stuff and donate for kids. St. Jude's a really great charity. They basically, all the money goes directly into either helping with new things. If a child ends up going to St. Jude, they pay for absolutely nothing. Neither do their parents. They take care of the family, including meals, room, and board during their treatment there. It's a fantastic charity. So we'll be doing that as part of St. Jude Play Lives, as well as some other events that may be going on during that time. Listen, we go into this accent from time to time. You should always be aware when I introduce a character who has this accent, she will kill you. Anywho. Noted. I mean, this is fine. It is fine. She's fine.
Note to self.
Note to self. Don't fuck with Sorvia. Yeah, so if you would like to support us in ways that are not of the monetary fashion, doing things like hanging out with us during this time where, emotions become a thing. And then listen to my dog, who is very upset by whatever is about to happen to these players, and he's barking. You can also follow us on all the various social media, liking the tweets, retweeting the go live, telling your friends, your family about it. We have a YouTube channel in case you want to get caught up If you don't want to sit through 26 times 4, however many hours of us, and you just want to jump into the action, you can, after I do this rambling bit that takes a few minutes, it's the same bit every episode, I then do a recap at the beginning, so you could just like fast forward, watch through that, and be like here. But I would recommend watching from like the boat on. It's like confining your characters to a boat makes them talk to one another. It's great.
I mean, I would argue episode 22 where Sullen joins the party.
That is true. That is a
Great
good
starting
jumping point.
point.
Yeah.
That is a good, really good point. Episode 22, when we get Sullen, would be a good thing, because that's where this pretty much the story arc that we're on right now has kind of kicked into gear. I think that's it. If you have joined us for the first time, welcome. We love you. Please stay. This is our ongoing D&D 5th edition homebrew campaign, Lorelwind. We play every Monday. And yeah, so stay tuned. The month of May, there's going to be a lot of content happening in the channel. If you're not in our Discord already, get in our Discord, because you'll probably see some sneak peeks as I'm like adding different channels to there of maybe some of the things that might be coming. Yeah. Oh, and also we're gonna have really dope prizes, like, I don't know, like a rainbow bag of holding dice jail that's all like shiny and metallic-y and stuff. Yeah, cause fucking gay shit. That is my brand. I'm sorry.
I think the gay one should bless your dice. I think
it
makes
should.
your rolls
I mean,
better.
That's a
like,
good point.
It's for good dice.
I can't remember if I showed this last time or not, but like I've got a fucking rainbow kraken dice tower. Yes, it is a kraken,
Dice tower?
and it is a rainbow.
Oh,
This
I want
Oh,
tracks.
And
Yeah, I want that.
yes, it is a dice tower. Yeah, just gonna give that away to people who are donating. I don't know. This is a thing. We're gonna have other cool things to give away. You should just like hi. Anyway, I feel like I have stalled long enough. Shall I jump into what happened last time? You know, because something happened. A couple of something.
Just a few.
A lot of
just a few
things happened.
Couple things.
Nothing important though,
Whew.
No, nothing at all.
Nothing important.
or life shaking. Like, nah, definitely
No.
not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I read the recap, and I think I messaged Amber and was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I listened to the whole episode today, and
All right. So, previously on Lorelwind.
Oh boy, there was some fucking drama last time, I'm not gonna lie. This group, by the way, this group is my favorite to watch on the Skybox. I don't know if you've heard about the Skybox, but I've invented the Skybox. You know how I had like the Sending Stone telephone system? I have a fucking Skybox. It is amazing. So I've been watching a couple of different groups that have been doing some shit, but this one's my favorite because, oh my god, the fucking drama that happens. So part of the reason I love this is because, you know, there's so much going on. We have the furry lesbians that were off doing furry lesbian things pretty much the entire time. Yes, we had furry lesbians. Yes, anyway, I'm gonna probably workshop the Skybox. It could also be Telescry. I don't know. Anyway, we're digressing. Yes, there were furry lesbians. Scotty decided to create a contest out of picking up her hammer. That was pretty cool. Could be a good way to collect money if you're like at a bar and with drunk people. I think even Natasha mentioned that. Natasha's really cool, I'm just saying. Anywho. Yeah, but speaking of Natasha, that attracted... I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. We're gonna go a little lower because it's kind of... the reverb's hurting me. Why do I even have reverb? Anyway. throwing the hammer. Natasha started noticing what Scotty was up to and wanted to know a little bit more about the hammer and where she got her power. And that left Scotty thinking, where does she get her power? So yeah, then Scotty looked off into the distance and contemplated that, because now she's like, wait, hang on. I thought the hammer gave me power. Just did it not? And then we had a handful of beats from Sojourn. That is their shipping name, as I dub it, Sojourn. You see, it's kind of like, it's cool. It's like a play on Sojourn, or Sojourn. So it's like, Sojourn. Anywho, this is, it was like a shipper's dream come true during this episode. We had conversations, there was talk of siblings, there was brooding, there was some playful tit for tat verbally. It was great. But yeah, I mean, if you ship that kind of shit, I think Bjorn actually could do much better. Hello. Anyway, but I mean, if you're into that thing, sure, moody boys, yes. Anyway, the next morning, Sullen's all playing. Okay, hang on. We do need to talk about this, because the next morning, Sullen's all I'm flirting with Bjorn, all on the ship deck. And then the next morning, just he's all you, Captain, listen. Hi. Let me step on your bedroll? Could be playing about, stepping on me. I don't know. But, Bjorn, watch out. He wanders. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. That's Sullen.
OTP.
Anywho, so the ship comes across some pirates on this other piratey vessel, but they're, overtaken by a Carnian naval vessel. Our group intervenes, saving these two dashing pirates, Nephon and Deluke. And we do stan the gay dads. I mean, look at everybody. They were pretty much oh my god, gay dads. I love it. Me too. Me too, Bjorn. Me too. But oh no, they don't remember Annabelle. Shit, I can't look at you guys when I'm doing this. Okay, so, yes. They don't remember Annabelle or the Riptide, and oh my god, then we cut to commercial break. And then, I don't even know what commercials are. I just invented them, kind of like my telescry. Scrybox, I don't know. Even though they were the closest thing to parents that Annabelle had, they did not remember her. So she runs off and hides like an adult. And then Sullen followers her. Yeah, don't think that you are free from my sassiness over here. So yeah, she runs off and hides like a little adult. She's little, she's small, but I don't know. She's crying, she's grieving, she's lost a lot. We forgive her. Sullen follows her, offers to cast a spell in order to maybe see whether or not talking to the dads would help. So he's let's just cast a spell, it'll be fine. I've got these cool cards. Let's pull over a card and see what happens. And oh my god, this weird disembodied voice is all what you doing, Sullen? Hey, what you doing? You want more power, or what you trying to do over here? Because I can bring their memories back, and by I mean I can make it so that you could do it. I'm sure nothing ominous will come from that. So, I mean, it costs Sullen something, maybe? I don't know. Do we know what it costs? Sullen, what did it cost you? Oh no. Sorry for headphone users. Meanwhile, Bjorn gets a visit from Vafir, who alludes yet again to watch out for Sullen. So, I mean, maybe you should watch out for Sullen. Maybe you should, go for something a little bit more, my size. And, Bjorn is not having any of Vafir's games. He's all no, dude, just tell me something I don't know. And then out of the blue, he's all she's still alive. It's like a Bee Gees song. Stand up. Anyway, so we don't know who the she is, but apparently she's alive. And then he's all I'm not gonna talk, bye. Annabelle and Sullen charge past Bjorn in this like, ooh, we've got shit to do. So they run past, and they also run past Scotty. Scotty and Bjorn have a great little Viking moment together about who they should trust, who they shouldn't. Scotty's really trusting. But through the power of swordsmanship, eventually Annabelle convinces her dads to let Sullen do some kind of voodoo blood ritual on them. That's not going to be a problem later on, I promise. Anywho, so that all happens. There's a blood ritual. It works without issue. Nefon and Diluc remember Annabelle. There's hugging, there's love. And while Sullen is standing there in this great reunion, he is contacted again by that same disembodied voice, promising a reward.
And that's where we find ourselves with Sullen. A beat where everything is still. And you feel on your left ring finger a band. You look down. It's a silver ring with feathers around the band and a bird's skull. And then everything starts moving as if time had never passed.
Okay, so, Annabelle and Dads are behind me, as are the Vikings.
I think we're
We're-
like sort of in the door,
In the door,
area.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
we're below deck, right?
Yes, you are below
We're
deck.
Weapons room? Was that true?
Yes.
I think so. Okay, I'm gonna run, like, kind of watch this, like, emotional moment still happening, and start to edge my way out towards, the, like, sleeping quarters, so like, out back in the thing, that way.
Yeah, Bjorn definitely follows you on that one.
Okay.
This guy's gonna give Bjorn a quick look.
He'll do this sort of just like the I got it gesture, like, or like, you know, this sort of like I don't need anything.
This guy's gonna nod and
Yeah.
head up deck.
Okay. I'm getting like as far as I possibly can away from this sort of thing, like through hallways, and maybe is there a way to get to the kitchen from below decks, or would I have to go up?
No, you'd go down one more deck.
Okay, I'll
And
go
then-
down one
Yep.
more.
Yeah, Bjorn's gonna definitely catch up with Sullen and sort of grab him by the back of his collar and
Excuse me?
propel him to the nearest private area.
Like, are you like grabbing me?
Oh yes.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, I have to heal. I've got something to do.
Oh no, I have questions and you are going to answer them.
Listen, I don't know exactly what you need me to answer right now, but now's not the time.
You don't get to decide that.
Okay, well then get your fucking hands off of me and maybe we can talk.
You gonna behave?
For you, never. Get off me.
Where are we at this point?
In the stairwell between the kitchen and the upper decks. So like going downstairs.
Okay, Bjorn will sort of spin Sullen around and push him against the wall, and be like, no, you are answering my questions now.
Where did I get cut?
I believe on your hand. Was that for the ritual?
Mm-hmm.
It's where would you have cut yourself?
Hand palm.
Yeah.
Would it be visible?
Most likely, if you haven't done any healing, at the very least,
Okay.
there should be some blood.
I tuck it behind my back.
There's Are you still wounded from the fight earlier as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tuck my hand behind my back. I just... What do you want? Start fucking asking me questions if you're going to start demanding answers of me.
All right, let's start with who are you?
You fucking know who I am.
No, I don't know shit.
Do you want my address? Do you want the names of my parents? Do you want the names of my brother who you know about? Do you want, exactly the fucking path that I took to get to you? What is it going to take to get you to believe that I am who I say I am?
Anything you think is actually useful. I don't even know if you have a last name, much less where you come from.
I do have a last name.
Let's start there.
Sure, it's Tessarin.
Fair enough.
Easy.
And where do you come from?
I asked the DM that earlier today.
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg. Thanks.
Got you.
Not far from fucking Brockenstein where I met all of you.
Can I insight how truthful this seems?
Sure.
Okay.
This is like KG, like up to 19. Like not very much do not touch me, like probably kicking you.
Yeah, this could be like a 5. That's not a good roll. It seems fine, I'm sure.
I wouldn't say that it seems fine. It's really, you cannot tell, and you can't tell, but you can tell that he seems heated and is actively trying to get away, or like, I assume, Solon, that you are, at least in whatever shape you can. I mean, Bjorn is a big dude, and like getting as much space for yourself as you can is what I am picturing.
You're right. I'm gonna like try and fucking worm out of your grasp right now.
You go.
Make me like a dexterity check, or I'll even allow like some sleight of hand.
That's a
Can I
natural one.
contest this?
That's a natural one.
Okay. You don't need to.
Okay. I will tighten my grasp on the front of Sullen's outfit, shirt thing, and like slam him against the wall again.
Ow! Fuck you! What do you want from me? Exactly. It's been a fucking bad day. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know exactly what you want. I've given you truth, anything, all of it.
I sincerely doubt that.
What is there to doubt?
Everything. You've done nothing but worm your way out of every question we've asked. Just the bare minimum every time. Let's start with how you found us.
I found you relatively easily in Brockenstein.
But why originally? What were you looking for? Why us? Who told you?
No one told me. I don't have anyone that fucking told me anything. Just word around. You guys around. You're not quiet. You're all rather showy.
So you just expect me to believe it was an accident?
No, not at all an accident. I'm sure you'd remember that you had a pretty little fight in an arena and lost.
But why us? Why were you there?
You know what? I don't think I need a reason, because I don't think anything I tell you is going to be good enough.
This is
Maybe
what I'm
some of
talking
us.
about. You refuse to answer.
Listen, I'm answering as well I can. You think I have some kind of master plan? Here's the fucking thing. And I've told you twice I don't. I'm running. Bjorn, I'm running. As fast as I can, trying to stay a single step ahead of something that is trying to hurt me.
What then? And are you gonna bring it down on our heads?
I told you, and I don't fucking think so. I'm hoping not. I'm not that many steps ahead.
So it was an accident that you found us? I find that hard to believe.
It's not an accident that I found you, not an accident that I contacted all of you. You're just the pieces that I could find. I've told you once, I'm grasping at straws here, and I fucked up today.
What does that mean?
At first, all of you could have been collateral. At first, all of you could have been a way out, something quick. I find information, I leave like I do everywhere else. But sometimes we make personal decisions and we make mistakes. What I did for Annabelle today was personal. You wouldn't understand it, but
Oh, I saw that knife that you had. And I know what that means.
Do you think I'm going to hurt her? I brought her parents back.
I don't know, and that's the problem. I have experience with silver-tongued liars like you. One of them killed my father.
If running isn't good enough, and if reuniting someone else's family isn't good enough, what do you want? You want to promise that I'm not going to kill your family? If these people are your family and I'm not a part of that, then fine. I won't be.
I want you to just be honest with me for once. Anything. Every time I ask a question, you worm out of it sideways.
I'm not lying. Not this time. I found you all 4 days before you ended up in Brockenstein. Because someone told me you were cursed. I watched one of them happen.
What do you mean?
The fucking owl. It's the only one I care about. The only fucking curse I care about is that goddamn owl, and I see her fucking everywhere.
What about the owl?
She's my curse. And I still haven't figured out what all of you have to do with her.
I wish that I knew.
See, we both need answers. We've always been on the same fucking playing side.
I find that very hard to believe.
Then don't believe me. Kill me. Throw me off the boat.
Should I? I could.
Easily. But would you?
I don't know. Would you try to stop me?
If it made you believe that I'm not lying. I used my Misty Step today. I can't get back.
I don't even know what magic you can do anymore. The curse breaking? What is that?
Something I
Knife?
didn't know I could do either. It showed up today.
It just showed up? That's awfully fucking convenient.
See,
Why would you have something like that?
Here's the thing that you don't understand. Is that when you're trying to run, and if you think you're going to be able to dive headfirst into the things that you're fucking dealing with, sometimes they get better, and sometimes you find people that seem kind, and that seem like maybe they'll have answers. And then sometimes it doesn't work out that way. It's risk. And I'm here to tell you I gambled wrong. I don't know exactly what I gave today to bring her parents back, but sometimes you think things are going to get better, they'll go away, and they just get worse. But consider safety later.
I prefer not to.
Sometimes it makes you stronger.
Not in my experience.
Well, I've never done magic like I did today. Clearly,
what's
sometimes it
changed?
makes you stronger. It's a game of pluses and minuses.
Is that all this is to you, math? Are you going to discard us the second it's profitable?
No, it's not math. It's not a game. You all needed help. You all needed someone who could put the pieces together, and I don't know what I thought. I thought I had a leg up. It's very clear I don't. But like in every action in life, I can't take this one back, so you're gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Great.
I can't offer you any security that I don't have for myself. I don't really have any right now.
We all want to believe that you can just show up and start solving things. Of course we do. But I don't think you know any more than we do.
I certainly don't. Do you believe me now?
No, not even remotely.
Would you put me down?
I'm surprised you haven't blasted me out of the stairwell by now.
I've done enough today. I'm not gonna hurt you.
He will loosen his grip a little bit, slowly.
Pulls his hand out from behind his back.
What did you do?
Look. And he does one of these. So here's the thing about my curse in particular. I didn't know I could talk to her, but I can.
Who is her? The owl?
The owl. And Annabelle told me about her family, and wasn't it you earlier that said that there were times where you wish that you were there for people that you weren't?
Yes.
I decided to be there for her. And I wasn't going to tell her that I could fix it and then not fix it. So I fixed it. I asked for the ability to fucking fix it.
From the owl.
Yeah.
Why do I think that that's going to be a problem?
Do you think I'm lying? Is that big enough?
I don't know. What does the name Vafir mean to you?
Nothing.
Do I believe that? Insight on that. I'm gonna
roll an insight check.
Alright. Man, fucking. It's not Insight Town tonight. That's a 7.
Can't tell one way or another.
Cool.
Who is that? Is that a person?
Near as I can tell. And he seems to know something about the owl.
Where's he from? Where do you contact him from?
Oh,
He was
no,
sending
this
stone
isn't-
that none of us
this-
know about.
I'm not feeding you information right now. We're not.
I'm not asking for. I don't know who that person is.
If you really don't, then I have nothing to tell you about it.
Okay. Keep your secrets. That's all I have. I don't know who that is.
There is something you're not telling us.
I can't fill in gaps that you don't know if you don't ask me. I don't know what else to say. I'm fucked. Underwater. And I can handle it. I'm handling it as best I can. If you hadn't cornered me, I'd be healing and trying to figure out my next step, asking if I knew or if I needed something.
So what, handling it is putting Annabelle in debt to the owl?
She's not in debt. I am.
Why take that burden on?
Personal. Like I said.
Now is not exactly the time for secrets.
It's not a secret.
You really expect me to believe that you're just kind enough to take on some kind of debt on behalf of someone you barely know?
It was her family. And it's been a very long time since I've had the reach, the breath to help anyone. I've been out for myself for a very long time, Bjorn.
That I do believe.
I trust all of you.
Hmm.
And I know that trust out of a liar's mouth isn't going to help you at all, but I do. You're nicer people than I thought.
Then you have a very poor view of the world.
Pessimism's realism, isn't it?
Realism is realism, but maybe sometimes.
I don't know what else to tell you.
I wish for once you'd tell me something useful.
Sorry, I can't be of use. I can heal you. I can tell you that I'll be behind you every step. I can tell all of you that I'll be as useful as I can, but you've all become less useful to me, and yet I am still here. And now I'm going to stay here. For Annabelle, specifically.
If you bring something down on us, I swear to the gods.
Promise I'll keep it contained.
Well, I'll deal with it if you don't.
I've got it. I don't need the help.
He's just gonna walk away.
As Bjorn walks away, Solon, what do you do?
Try to heal.
Okay. You can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Assuming you're gonna take a short rest. Off over there.
Probably.
Okay. Annabelle. Oh,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Can I take the ring off and put it in my pocket? Fuck.
You could certainly try.
I would like to.
So you go to remove. It's stuck.
Can I make a strength check? Can I really pull on it?
Sure. Make me a strength check.
Cut my own finger off. That's a natural 2.
It's stuck. assume you spend a little time, you're in the kitchen, so finding some lard or some butter and like
China.
yeah, I'll let you try it again too if you want.
It's 13.
It's stuck.
Okay. I just speak into the air, fuck you. And heal myself.
Okay. Annabelle, is there anything that you would like to chat with your dads about or anything you'd like to do?
I want you to fluff up this. Fluff up the storyline. Come on.
Ah.
Give us that wholesome family content.
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably at this point like, because they're all kind of just like she's definitely just like letting them like hug her like for a hot sec, for a hot minute, like just, and finally pull herself together a little bit and like stubbornly wipe away at tears that were definitely falling. Fuck, sorry, I'm a mess. You're sure there's nothing else that you remember besides, I don't know, I'm trying to figure everything out. This may sound about as crazy as the whole story of what happened sounded before you remembered, but I've been having dreams about the wreck and about the storm and everything, and I'm not sure how much of it is real.
DeLuke also wiping some tears away from his eyes in kind of a lower, warm voice. It feels like being wrapped in a blanket on a cold day. And it all happens so fast. It was clear skies, and then
Just out of nowhere.
yeah.
I've been seeing a figure, a woman, and she'll describe the like the face and the hair and everything. And there was one dream where she where I saw her on the deck during the storm as things were getting bad, but then there are other times where I see her underwater. I don't know if that's something that actually happened on the boat or if it's something that I can't remember.
And Nefon will speak up like, I don't have much memory of anything like that, but I mean, after talking to the captain, we appear to be on course toward Vermeer.
Yeah.
Jillian was always into the weird sea monsters and stuff, maybe? she would
Yeah.
know. And recalling that Jillian is the proprietor of the Jolly Roger.
And the captain's sister, yes? New captain's
They're
sister?
just gals being
Related
pals,
somehow?
but we haven't gotten there. Oh, the captain. No, yes,
the current
yes.
captain, yes.
Yes,
The
the
current,
current-
yeah, no, I know.
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
they
yeah.
were
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gals
yeah.
being pals. Sorry.
Just gals being pals. Yes, no, yeah. Not the proper captain, the usurper captain.
No hetero.
Not in this campaign.
They're just they're roommates, y'all. They're roommates. Anyway.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
They were roommates. Mm. Yes, the captain.
Yes.
Current captain. Killian Jones's twin sister,
Yes.
Jillian Jones, because I'm original here, folks.
It's great. We love it.
You're welcome.
I really hope she looks like Gillian Anderson. This is like what I in my soul.
No, she looks like the female version of
Okay.
Captain Hook from that show that was on that television network.
The
Mhm.
Telescry.
Yeah, on the
Oh,
Telesky.
I bet Quizzic really loves that show.
She would.
She would. She would.
She would.
So much. Yes.
Writing her fanfic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that show that was like once on TV. Anyway, so yeah. Back to this.
Once upon a...
Yes, back to this.
Mhm.
It's worth asking. I done a little asking around, and it may have something to do with stories of about Ursula as in like the sea witch, or maybe someone who was cursed by her, or a fallen follower of Saloon. I've heard conflicting things. I don't know. It's weird. Apparently, there's a curse involved, but well, it's not that bad. I'm not as cursed. Well, I guess technically
Not
if you-
as cursed.
I-
Annie.
Well, I was cursed by by probably the sea witch Ursula, and there was this thing. It should point to the I always forget the word for it. Fuck.
Gorget.
That, yes. the crochet. It was turning me into a mer person for a bit, but then I got that fixed. So that's not an issue anymore. I do have to do an errand for a hag in about a year, but
Nefon kind of like. Oh, did I?
It's fine.
What
My
did
friends and
I
are just gonna
tell
kill the
you
hag, and it'll
about?
be-
Did you strike a bargain with a hag?
Maybe.
It's like I didn't phrase her. What is this? You're off on your own for what you said. It's feels like it's been 3 years, but no, wait, it's been a month for you, maybe, and you.
I was gonna kill. I was gonna die if I didn't do something. Or at least be stuck being a mer person if I didn't do something. And then there are a couple other curses too, but it's fine.
Wait, no. What are the? So you've just been like collecting curses for.
Apparently, according to a there, according to a lovely druid woman I talked to about all of this, apparently one of the curses, because it's plural, is also sort of attracting other cursed things and curses to me, which just makes it worse.
And it's at that time that he looks down and notices your like the sword that that you fought him with. I'm assuming
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
care to tell me a bit about that?
It's really useful. Look, it can do. She'll draw the blade and like create the radius of darkness. Resheathe the blade, dispel it.
How has Neferis been? Did you tell your aunt hello before she gave that to you?
Wait, what? Hold on. What?
My sister, Neferis.
She's like definitely like pausing and just thinking about like trying to find like trying to like retroactively think of the like this is definitely like the red string like
Yeah. Oh, math symbols are flying.
Oh, math meme.
Math meme
Yeah.
right here.
thinking back, trying to think about trying to like picture her face and looking at like Nephilim and just like pick out like the resemblances, just like.
And now that you think about it, it's you've got a very similar, granted different colors, but very similar facial pattern that fades to a different color, and that like now that you think about it, think about the facial structure, it's kind of remarkable similarity.
How the fuck did I not see that before? Okay, well, I did a little work for her, and
Do you owe her now?
I traded her a different sword for this one, and she gave me a couple other jobs to do just without any real timeline, but paid me handsomely for it, but at least partially. But I don't owe her anything. No. Why?
She's always been a bit tricksy, that one.
I mean, don't want to offend, but that makes sense and also falls in line with my impression of her. But
Just
she kind of traded this sword for a cursed one that I had, so
you just swapped a curse for a curse.
So maybe, but that does mean that the number has like stayed the same. It hasn't increased.
So sometimes curses can be not just about quantity, but also quality of them.
Oh my god.
Well, then if you know so much about this sword, what's so bad about it? I kind of straight back a little bit after realizing the tone that she took. Like, I mean, but it doesn't seem that bad. I don't know. It's come in handy.
I'm just gonna assume I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know what to assume. I don't know whether or not that she knew who you were, and that's why she took an interest, or she didn't. And that sword nearly killed her. Well, I mean, not like physically nearly killed her, but who she was and is. It changed her for a considerable length of time. I don't know what she did to get it in check. She used to mention that it would talk to her. Annie, has it talked to you?
No. What? It hasn't. The other one did. The one that I got rid of. Well, the one that I got rid of also talked to other people, so...
I want you to make me a deception check.
Yep.
And I feel like you
I'm
should
the
have to
liar
do
in the
it
party.
at
I'm the liar.
disadvantage because I feel like they would know your tells.
That's,
Disappointed dad, like to the max.
that's fair. That's fair.
Your dad's back and you're lying to them? What? Man.
Well, one of them was a natural 20. But unfortunately, the other one was not as good. That's going to be a grand total of 10. I rolled an 8. The other one. Nice jail for you.
I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna have a drink. Because I feel like I need one to feel better about my daughter lying to me. So, no, too late. No, you're going to think about that, and I'm gonna go have a drink.
Oh.
and
Not a child.
as he
Just like holler after him as he's going up the stairs.
and then Diluc will put an arm on your shoulder and kind of like squeeze it. It's like, you two are just alike, and he's worried.
I know. I'm being careful.
You can see where he's coming from, though, right?
Yeah.
We both love you and want to make sure that you're okay. And we're gonna find Ellie.
Love both of you too.
It kind of ruffles your hair. I'm gonna go and make sure he doesn't drink all of their rum and then start too many fights.
Not too many.
Just enough. The optimal amount.
Mhm.
Until they realize that he can beat them all. It only gets better as he drinks.
Yeah. It's impressive, really.
Kinda is. Right. And then he heads off. Up, leaving Annabelle to her thoughts.
Yep.
Scotty, what are you doing?
Well, I did have plans, but then I heard fight. No, Sky's gonna go up, and since like everyone is super distracted with other things, she's gonna just try and help out with the chores and the duties and be useful.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Scotty can stay out of trouble and be super useful.
Yay.
And it is appreciated because, like, there's all sorts of arguments. And while Scotty is milling about and being useful, I would like you to make me a perception check.
Oh. I'm not good at these. 10.
10. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's not okay.
That's that cursed D&D shit, man.
It's, you know, sometimes it's not any big deal. It's not a big deal sometimes. Anyway, so Kyla, what'd you get up to?
You know, this is like 20 minutes ago before all the shenanigans
Yeah.
below deck
Yeah.
started. Like, yeah, you know, we were walking away from Bjorn, gonna take like a turn around the decks, as it were. And I would still have like my little fire spirit, so they'd be walking with us and leaving like little lightly burnt footprints, like perfect little cat beams, just on the deck of the ship. But like right as we turn away from Bjorn, just like arm in arm, I would just kind of be like, well, since you're not a pirate, what is your preferred job title?
Preferred moniker. I feel like mercenary kind of fits the bill. Not perfect, but doer of odd jobs.
What is the odd job you're doing now?
Not dying on a pirate ship.
I feel like that's less of a job and more of just a thing to do while you're on a pirate ship.
That's fair. I'm technically not getting paid, so right now.
So it's definitely not a job then.
Definitely not a job. But I mean, are you getting paid?
There was, well, I think we might have lost our source of income. So no, I guess we're getting paid in goodwill, following Annabelle back to her sister. Is that, you know, heart payment?
Well, as it seems, I guess I am also getting paid in goodwill for... I, too, am following Annabelle back to her sister.
So we're all just doing our good deed for the week, month, decade.
I totally thought you were
Who's,
going to say weak, as in, like, you were calling her weak, and I was about to be like, I've seen her do some impressive things.
We're just starting a fight early. Who's like piloting this ship right now? Howling, I guess, would be.
It would be the captain, I believe.
Okay, cool. So like I feel like I would kind of glance back at where Bjorn had been also and see him like going below deck where everyone else had disappeared to. Just kind of like go quiet and like thoughtful for a moment. Do you think I should be nicer to them?
They're humans.
What? Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to be with the same people for a while, and what if I have to stay with them?
I mean, seems like you've, and she points to the fire spirit, done plenty for them.
The little guy would like come back and like snake through people's legs without burning them. Like, yeah, I mean, we are capable of being very helpful, but like, there's a difference between I want to say helpful. Like, you know, I want them, I guess, to want me around. to be useful. I hate all your faces, all of them. Like,
that makes up for your face during moments of the like the argument tense moment that I almost lost my shit on. Yeah, so then yeah, if you want them to like you, sure, be nice to them.
seems like a lot of work.
It does. I will say that I don't know that I understand why you want them to like you. They seem like a bit of a chaotic group of humans. I think you're right. The short one seems okay.
Yeah, that's my takeaway as well. Definitely. Like, I kind of am like looking away and like rummaging through one of my weird little side pouches as we like make our way to like a, you know, quiet little deck spot.
The one with the hammer
Like,
seems nice enough, but ooh, she's so friendly, she's going to get you in trouble.
yeah, it's disconcerting friendliness. But yeah, it's like if you take a kid to a county fair and they just run off and then the county fair's on fire and you just know it was them. Like, that is... I think that might be Scotty.
I feel like that tracks.
Yeah, but I feel like we're not going to get a lot of fair time, so maybe it'll be okay.
I feel like the one that, the one with the long hair, he broods a lot, but there's something that doesn't seem right about it.
That could describe either of the human boys.
No, there's one that it definitely seems right about. The other one, it seems off.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, it does seem off, but at least he's not as sunny as the other does, Scotty. That's, yeah, that's... Look out over the ocean for a second. And from my pouch, I, like, pull out a little seed and, like, druidcraft a few times. Just, like, grow a little purple flower. Just hand it off to her.
She takes it and kind of tucks it into one of her braids.
Lean on the banister for a second, just... So does what you're doing with Natasha have a timeline, or does it just go on? Go on forever?
doesn't go on forever. It started out that she saved my life. So I owed her. But then I saw what she was doing and how she was helping people. And so I want to see this through.
So what she's doing is good.
I think so.
That's good enough for me. Does she have a plan for what's next? What did she want to talk about yesterday?
So we are, and she kind of looks around, checking to see who's around, if anyone's listening. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Kyle.
Oh God. Oh God. Ooh. And that'll be 21.
Nice. It's at this time that you hear it's muffled, but you can hear Bjorn's raised voice in what sounds like a bit of a confrontation.
Does Inal also hear this?
Doesn't seem to. It's you just barely heard it. So she's looking around and so we've been hunting down. We've been tracking down some curious cases involving a particular type of curse. That's why we were in Falkfell. That's why we were in Celalon. And there's another
what type
one.
Of curse.
A sleeping curse.
As far as, how bad's a sleeping curse? Sounds almost pleasant as far as curses go.
I mean, as long as you don't mind the not waking up part. And depending on the type of sleeping curse, the terrors that they involve.
Oof. Yeah. Ugh.
That was why
you said there was
we were helping Aurora. We were trying to find out more about that rumored sleeping curse.
Was there actually a curse on her? She seemed awake and.
She was very awake, yes.
Yeah, like fine. She was just wandering around a castle.
Yeah, so we were originally headed to Balmara, and Natasha pulled me away to mention that, or wanted to talk about how there is another potential case in Vermeer, so that maybe us diverting for Annabelle could kill 2 birds, 1 stone.
And the sleeping curse isn't on Annabelle's sister.
I have no idea. I assume not. Given that Natasha said she talked to Annabelle's sister.
Yeah, all right. Just like look out over the water again. Do you think after if you ever got to a point where you fought enough curses, what would you want to do? Where do you want to go?
I'd like to go home.
I just nod and like lay my head on her shoulder and say, "Me too." Just start like quietly humming like a song from like, back in the homeland.
I'm like trying to control the goblin that's in my brain right now.
I don't like it.
Keep it sweet. Keep it sweet.
Oh god. Kraken attack.
See, I'm just like a song from my homeland, and it's like
It's just Tolkien. It's just
Country roads take me home.
I was gonna go
To the place I
genuine
belong.
pony, but that's
where
where
my
my
brain
goblin
went.
brain went.
I just
Alternatively, where did it come from? Where did it go?
Where'd it come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh no!
yeah.
When
Okay,
you know
I'll
too much
take
about that song, it's ruined forever. That one.
Yeah.
Call me by
That's
my
okay.
name.
I was imagining like lovely
That's the
like
winner.
Elven songs about like trees and shit. Like, okay, have
Little
Have
Simon
fun.
and Garfunkel, little Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
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 That's better. All right.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Iron and Wine.
Just Postal Service sadly playing in the background.
There you go. There you go. Little Ben Gibbard. Yeah.
People smile and tell me that I'm the lucky one. Things have just begun. Think the mom has some. Anyway.
I just set the ship on fire. Nope.
I don't even know what to add to the playlist at this point. Like,
There's a lot. There's a lot of options. Pony by Genuine needs to be on there, please. Thank you.
Yes, it does, please. Yeah.
wait, what am I at?
Oh.
Pony?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that needs to go on the playlist.
Good, 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 good.
Songs from my hometown. Pony by Genuine.
I'm just a bachelor. Look, okay.
No.
Sorry. All right.
Bring it in.
It's now basically getting close to lunchtime on the fucking ship.
Oh, finally noon.
A little light morning trauma with your cereal.
Part of a balanced breakfast.
Woke up and chose violence. Like,
We truly did wake up to violence and then solved it and then created our own.
I feel like my work here's done.
Leaves us to play for the rest of the episode.
Shut up, camera.
just spend the rest of the episode gambling. Like,
Yeah. So is there anything that you would like to do for the rest of the day before I prevent you from having your long rest? I'm mostly kidding.
Oh,
fucking brutal.
Mostly.
try and make a potion as usual.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not avoiding people, but definitely not going out of my way to say hi to anybody. Like, some combination of just like doing work.
I
Yeah.
want to grab Annabelle real fast if I can. If you're like not with your parents, not with
No,
your
I think
dad.
she's kind of just like probably they're like you'll definitely be able to catch her at some point for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just can I borrow you for 1 second, 30 seconds?
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I wanted to see if you were okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, he like reaches out and squeezes your arm. Thank you.
What do you have to thank me for? You're the one who.
It's just been a long time since I've felt capable of anything, and I haven't been that much of a help to anyone in a long time.
You're certainly a help today. Yeah. I owe you. So if you ever need anything,
Promise.
anything I can help with.
Don't owe me anything.
Don't be ridiculous.
I truly. You don't want to. I can handle it. Anything that happens, I just
That. You can handle what? What are you talking about?
You know, the like general problems. You're on your own.
No. You were thinking of something specific.
Do you know why they were cursed? At all?
Great fucking question.
Okay. I kind of thought that you didn't know, honestly.
Yeah. I assume it has something to do with whatever. I can only assume that it's all wrapped up together. Whatever happened to this shit 3 years ago. Still feels weird to say. What happened to them and my whatever the fuck's going on up in my head. What happened to my sister? I can only assume it's all. I mean, it has to all be connected somehow, but
I'm starting to think that whatever I've got going on is also connected. Whatever I'm looking for answers from might be connected as well.
Well, then it's not in debt that I'm offering help. It's just then
self-protection.
No. You look out for me, I'll look out for you.
Same to you. Be careful. Don't let them out of your sight if you can help it.
Don't intend to lose them again anytime soon.
We'll
Not if I have anything to say about it.
We will get her back, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you find any answers, I'm in need. Help.
Of course. Although it'd be easier to find answers if I have a clear idea of what it is you're looking for and what your questions are.
Big stupid bird.
Well, alright.
Pretty obvious if we come across it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that if I come across anything that you and the rest won't be too far behind, so.
Yeah, it seems like this crew is really behind you. All of them, universally.
Lucky.
Like, I don't think it's luck. I truly don't.
Maybe.
Well, thank you again, and I really do hope you're back as best I can.
Likewise.
He like rubs his hands together, and walks away.
Okay. If he had ever shown any inclination towards like hugging people or anything, like if she had ever seen that, she would have gone for it. But he hasn't, so
He
no.
doesn't do that. I'm sorry. He doesn't do
that.
it. No.
That's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
He touched your arm. Just
He
a little arm.
did. He did.
We're breaking barriers.
Is there anything that anyone else would like to do?
chores are done and people aren't gonna be pissed, right? This guy's just gonna like find a corner and put her hammer in front of her and just try and practice magic without touching the hammer.
What are you trying?
She's just trying to like do little electrical sparks, like hitting the hammer so it's not hitting the ship, but like obviously trying to start small, but she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, so.
So mechanically, what are you trying to do?
Ah, shit. I guess she's gonna go ahead and try doing a witch bolt on it. She needs smaller lightning spells. Flaming Blade would be funny without actually hitting it, though.
Tell me a bit about what's in Scotty's mind as she's doing this.
Oh, well, a whole lot of confusion for sure, because she was absolutely utterly convinced it was the hammer doing this, and just trying to imagine a really fierce electrical storm off of Valkyr, wind blowing, skies darkening, wind starting to pick up, no rain, just the air starts to get dry, and the way the lightning would hit the ground and fall some of the trees. And she's trying not to pay attention to the very upset dog at her side.
It happens.
It happened.
It's like, what does that sound?
Yeah, it's someone's not paying attention. And she's trying to stay focused. She's not looking to trying to stay clear-headed, really picture it, remain calm, actually try and pay attention. It's kind of, something new for her. Stay focused.
Give me 1 second.
Picturing little doggos walking down the street. Oh, wait, no, focus. Back on it.
Okay. As you're focusing, some clouds roll in. You hold out your hand, and a little crackling energy appears in front of your hand. And at the same time that you see the sky light up with lightning, a bolt of crackling energy comes out of your hand and hits the hammer, and the hammer glows with that crackling energy, absorbing it. You can now cast the cantrip Crackling Bolt. We will have to homebrew it and add it in there. One action has a 60-foot range. You make a ranged spell attack against a target. On a hit, it takes 2d4 lightning damage.
I gotta go find Bjorn.
Well, I was gonna come find you. Whether or not you choose to have me see this or not is up entirely up to you.
She is on the deck. She's not hiding anything. She's just kind of waiting to see if people come find her or not. Until then, practice something.
I mean, it would be a good moment if he's just like leaning against something and he's like, well, that's new.
So she is gonna like kind of really excitedly like jump up and look around to see if anyone saw.
Did anyone else?
Slash if anyone's angry.
Nobody's really paying a ton of attention to Scotty. The amusement without booze of the hammer is kind of not there.
Scotty goes stealth mode.
Bjorn, one thing you do notice if you were watching Scotty is that Scotty's a brunette, correct?
Yeah.
You swear for a split second that Scotty's hair goes almost like kind of white. And then you kind of like blink it away and she looks normal.
I will make a mental note of this. Well, that's new.
So yeah.
Is Scotty just grinning?
Oh yeah.
No response. Just
So hyped. She wasn't entirely sure she could do it. She thought the Natasha punch was kind of a fluke.
I mean, if she's being like a big goober, like just grinning energy, he will sort of chuckle at that and walk over to her.
Did you see that? I did not touch the hammer. I shocked the hammer, but the hammer didn't do it. I did it. I can do lightning.
So it seems seems there are a lot of things you can do now.
Yeah. I probably should talk to you about I really thought it was just the hammer and the dreams were kind of a coincidence because they were kind of weird and
Dreams, plural?
there was the one that wasn't really a dream and I'm pretty certain was real life and
Scotty, you realize you have to start at the beginning when you're talking to someone who doesn't know what you're talking about, right?
Okay. So, you were there for the first dream. We were back in Brockenstein and I had the nightmare. And,
Yes.
and that one, there was the hammer and there was the lightning. But then, before we left Brockenstein, after the Somberweave fight, I kind of made an offering to Thor. And he kind of showed up and answered.
Really?
I swear, I'm not going. I kind of thought it was a dream at first, but there was a merchant that got attacked. Thor may or may not have been behind that. We're not entirely certain, but I saved him. That's how I figured out that spell, and I can stop people from dying and do a little bit of healing and can do the light. It's he showed up and I really just thought he gave him to the hammer and then I could do him through the hammer, but I think he gave him to me.
I can't believe you didn't tell me this.
A lot's been going on. We kept being distracted.
Fair, but fair. It's not an accusation. It's good, right? I mean,
I think so. Like, Natasha asked if I made a deal or he asked a favor, and he hasn't really asked anything. It's been me just kind of asking, and he seems like he wants to help.
well, that is sort of how it's supposed to work, isn't it? You make an offering, ask the gods for help, and they maybe occasionally agree to do a favor. Not usually like this, but
It hasn't really seemed super shady. I thought it was just a really awesome hammer, but awesome powers are pretty awesome too.
it's useful, I suppose. I mean, what do you plan to do with it?
Well, I I'm hoping they'll help. You know,
I'm sure they will.
because we've been kind of out here wandering around, lost, and gotten our asses kicked more times than once. And well, you almost died, and we've all gotten really hurt really bad several times. And the sheriff got kidnapped.
True enough. What is Iona gonna say?
Oh no! What's my mom gonna say?
I mean, she'll be proud of you, I think.
I was talking to strangers in woods.
Really, this is your concern?
Well, it was one of the things she always said not. I mean, we never listened, but still. She's not gonna be happy about it.
Scotty, you're an adult. You can talk to strangers if you want to.
Please, I'm begging you.
Sure, when we make it back to Mulafel, I'll say, oh, by the way, your daughter seems to be in cahoots with Thor now. But don't worry about the strangers in the woods.
Can you rework that one? Maybe soften it in a little bit more. Maybe, lead with something else before you drop in the Thor. Oh, jeez.
Is that not the
Maybe
leading statement?
We tell my dad first. He can tell her. We go out the back door, and we just wait, till dinner.
Scotty, she's not gonna kick your ass. It's not like you did something stupid again. Unless you did.
Well, we got some time until we get back. Something's bound to happen.
There's always time for you to do something stupid. Is this what you're saying?
Yeah. There's always time. But
I think
speaking of something stupid, fight pit on the ship. Hear me out. I think we can organize it.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that lightning and sailing don't go particularly well together.
Punching only? Maybe some light stabbing?
As always, as long as you get the consent of the other party, I suppose.
We'll have to, workshop
but don't go punching crew members out of the blue.
No. Ask for permission first. Make sure they all agree. I know.
I mean, you could make some decent money doing it, I'm sure, but...
Establish a safe word.
Establish a safe word.
Yeah.
Of course, I think you've got the betting pool well enough in hand with the hammer as it is.
That was pretty fun. They seem to enjoy it. I don't think they're going to do it again, though.
So Thor's hammer, lightning, healing? How do we...
a little different. Well, it seems like a really good thing to ask for, and, well, I guess specifically I asked for saying the shield wasn't working and what I could do to help. It wasn't. I couldn't quite get between me and the other people fast enough where I got knocked down, and...
Always trying to be a better fighter. That's you.
I can always get stuff to learn.
A craft is never done, as Iona always says.
That's true. And you can't always kick my butt. I will kick your butt one of these days.
We're probably well enough matched these days, to be fair.
We could always kick off the fight pit.
Not on this boat.
All right.
If you maroon us at sea, you know what will happen.
Actually, I really don't know what would happen if I maroon us at sea. That would be a new one.
Everyone will be very angry with you. Let's start there.
Okay, yeah, let's avoid that. Okay, so how'd it go downstairs? Angels was happy with the parents. They came up and started drinking. Looked like they were ready for a fight. No
Mark
fight,
of
though.
a good time. It seems... it worked. I suppose. Do you remember that Fey, elf, man, whatever, that we met back in, well, all the way back, and then also in Brockenstein?
Kind of hard to forget.
Yeah, he's, I've seen him a few times since then.
Really? You just... Was up in chat? Or like in dreams?
It's hard to tell. Not in dreams. It might be connected to the medallion. I don't know, but sometimes he just shows up and starts fucking spouting bullshit. And I always feel like I'm right on the edge of learning something, and then he disappears again.
Oh, has he shared anything useful at all that we can use?
Not
Like,
really.
he sent you on a grand quest, or given you an item, or?
Mostly he just likes to be vaguely threatening about, do I trust this? Do I trust that person? Do I know anything?
That's frustrating and entirely helpful.
And then he told me, well, I suppose there's a lot I haven't told you either. There was, when I died, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, God only knows.
We're dead. I tried.
So you say, but here I am, and the dead are only supposed to die once. I heard my sister's voice. And, most days I don't even remember what she sounded like. It was a long time ago, but I knew it was her. I knew that that's who I was hearing. And then Zafir says she's alive, and he's fucking, nothing he's ever said has been helpful or truthful. I don't know shit. But why that? Why would he tell me that?
That's huge. Did he say where? Did he say, like...
No, he left again.
Well, that's helpful. Why the hell drop it on you and then leave? Like...
It's probably a lie. It's probably nothing.
Has he lied before?
How would I know?
I mean, do you want to trade off the medallion? See if that's it, or?
No, I feel like I'm so close.
Okay, I trust you on it. You want to...
He's not harming anything.
Do you feel like he's harassing you, targeting you for any reason?
I don't know. I have no way of knowing.
That's only when you're alone? Like, you can't get him to show up when other people are around?
I don't know. He shows up on his own schedule as far as I can tell.
Convenient.
As always, it doesn't seem like anyone ever does anything quite the way we want them to.
Nope. Not in any sort of helpful manner at least.
So of the two of us, I think you're being haunted by a far more helpful god than I am.
Yeah. I think mine's winning at this point. Oh. That's huge. If she's alive, like, do we need to go back to Valkyr and start there?
It's a huge world out there, Scotty, and I don't even know if he's telling the truth.
Maybe not really.
I don't know. It's as fucking usual lately. It's all questions and no answers, and
A lot of mystery and a lot of shadows.
So I guess we'll find out. But
Anything else we're not telling each other at this point?
we have been doing that lately. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Well, there's a chance Sullen might be kind of upset with me, but don't worry about it.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
I saw your face before we went down there. What'd you do?
I asked him some questions. That's it.
That's it?
Yes.
Did you punch him?
No.
Did you stab him?
No. I did not do any grievous bodily harm.
Did he feel you did grievous body harm?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you talking to each other?
I don't know. This was like a couple hours ago. I haven't seen him.
It's not how you make friends, Bjorn.
Oh yeah, because your school of making friends is so helpful. Ask names first, punch later. Punch first, ask names later. Pick one.
Order doesn't really matter. It gets to the same result eventually.
I don't think that's going to work on Sullen.
There. Like, do you trust him? Do you think he's hiding something?
Not as far as I can throw him, and that's probably pretty far.
Yeah, that would be a fair distance. I mean, he's tall, but he looks so thin.
Yeah. I could probably bench that.
Yeah. I can see it.
I don't think he'd cooperate, though. Very, very wiggly.
He doesn't like to be touched, I don't think. Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I really
It's
can't
fine.
resist this right now.
I bit my tongue, dude.
Yeah,
Seriously, don't worry about it. It's
All right. You come tell me if there's anything concerning you. Or
I know.
fight.
Well, tell me if any other gods decide to drop by, I suppose.
Will do. So far, it's just been the one.
As they seem to do now. I guess
Right.
that's our life now.
Although it's better than curses, I suppose.
Is it?
Yes. I'm going with yes.
I'm not so sure.
Hey, I can do lightning. I'm going with yes.
Guess we'll find out.
All right. Good chat.
And Scotty punches Bjorn.
I was gonna be nice, but never mind. I take it back.
Just
All
do
right.
it.
All right, and with that, let's take our break so that Lola can have some attention.
Yeah, poor Lola.
So yeah,
Lola.
Lola. So the code during the break is Lola scene, all one word, lowercase, because let's be real, that was Lola's scene,
It
no one
was.
else's.
She
Um,
waited too. Like I could have muted at any point before that. She waited.
Yep, she did. So yeah, if you would like to get a $10 gift certificate code to tabletoploot.com, you can use that in conjunction with the Gut Punch RP coupon at checkout, which will get you 15% off, which can pretty much get you a dice set and most, if not all, of your shipping covered, depending on what you do. Because yeah, and hey, Julie, with the butts in the chat.
Also, send us photos of your dice. Somebody did today, and I really enjoyed seeing photos of the dice people are getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop it in Discord, or if you're not in the Discord, then like tweet at us and like show us your dice that you got and like tag them because they have a Twitter feed too as well. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
So yes, if you would like chance to win that, type Lola scene into the chat, all one word, and we will be back shortly for more mayhem and the magic. Be right back. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm gonna turn that down. That's a
hi.
little loud. It's a little loud in my ear balls. Hi.
Your ear balls.
My ear balls. Is that the first time I've used that with this crowd?
Probably not, but I'm a
Ear
goblin
balls.
and I'm here to cause trouble, so.
Anywho, if you would like a chance to have a $10 gift code to tabletoploot.com.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Enter Lola Scene, all one word, all lower caps, into the chat. I'll give you a little bit more time.
You can see just the tip of her head.
Oh my god, I
Just
didn't
the
see
tip,
somebody.
folks.
Somebody took my suggestion and upgraded the donation total to 69.
Nice.
I'd love to see it.
Thank you.
Whoever you were,
Also,
thank
thank
you. Yeah.
Canadian Ancient Gamer. I
Oh,
believe.
love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Yeah.
Thanks, Canada.
All right. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the thing. And I push the button. Okay, I'm Mick and Chloe. Mick and Chloe. Mick and Chloe. Hello. Hello, Mick and Chloe. I would like you to like type something into the chat so I can lazily just click on your name so I can give you a code. Hi.
Congratulations.
Oh, hi.
There you
Yeah.
go. Congrats.
No,
Get some sweet dice or like a peripheral or something.
Yes.
I will give you. I will copy this. I can't see all of a sudden. My contacts are being funny.
What must it be like to not have 20/20 vision?
Wow. Wow.
Get out.
Wow.
Leave.
Okay.
Right? Like, what is this you're talking about?
I just DM'd you the code.
Yeah, correct. You do need more dice.
You need more dice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone
Oh,
needs
yes.
more dice.
Yes.
4 is definitely not
Always.
enough. That's not it. Yeah.
I have 6 sets in front of me right now.
Yeah.
I
I have
have a lot.
I have a lot.
This it's full. It's a problem.
I feel so
There's
reasonable.
not enough room for rolling.
11 sets.
Listen, Stephanie. Listen. Oh wait, we
I'm
are.
only I have
Oh, did we drop a 69 420 bomb?
Nice.
Nice.
Somebody hooked us up. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That's living the dream.
Amazing.
Nice.
Someone please get the screenshot and put it in the Discord.
I screenshotted it on my phone, which means that it's going to be very small. So
Yeah.
Alright.
Somebody screenshot that shit, man.
yeah, please. Although the pixelation is very good. I will
As
say.
it should be, as it should be. A little more JPEG on
I
the
wish I was in
69
Steam right now so I could just hit F12, you know? Like,
Yeah. If only we had VODs and then like things that get uploaded to YouTube for us to also be able
what a
to.
blessing, truly. The amount of time that I spent listening to VODs this weekend.
like and subscribe.
Like, don't forget to like and subscribe. Pew pew.
Just slam that like button, you
Just-
know?
Just slam it.
Really hard.
Hello. Okay. Boo boo. Yeah. Should we play some more D&D?
I think we should play some D&D.
Yes, we should.
Should we play some more D&D for the folks? Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Is it better or worse that I am a mod?
Listen, go back to playing Outriders. We know what you're doing.
Maybe some Valheim.
Called out.
Oh,
no.
that's so sad.
Lola.
Oh no.
Such a tragedy. You have to watch us nerds
oh,
like
Lola.
do shit at D&D shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't even know she moved until I heard all the Lolas.
Listen. BDO has been with the channel since the beginning. Since the before times. Jules.
Shots are being fired.
Jules.
It's that daddy energy. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. That's true. Big Daddy also knows what's going on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Julie.
Not even a true fan.
Oh wow. Okay. Anywho, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So if you got the perfect warlock, okay, no. What you need?
But you're so disorganized.
Click open the webpage. Okay. For reals though, is there anything that anyone would like to do as we fast forward towards evening shenanigans / is there anything that you would like to do before the day ends? Do you have some time?
Any chance you have the name of that spell that I totally wrote down?
Yeah. Hang on. You're not. We're gonna have to homebrew it.
Okay.
But it's called Crackling Bolt.
Thank you.
But yeah, we'll have to. So yeah. Yes. Is there anything anyone would like to do? Otherwise, I'm just gonna wreck your ship.
I'm just vibing with Scotty. We're just hanging out. Yeah.
Eventually go meet up again with the dads. Just kind of chill, hang out. Just yeah.
I'm traumatized, so.
I mean, I'll
I'd
probably go get
probably-
like a snack at some point. Like,
Yeah, like if we're like above deck at some point, I'd be like, who are those dudes with Annabelle? Missed the whole thing. I'm like, what's going on here? Why was there yelling earlier?
She left parties before me? What? What is this?
What?
Is the whole party together?
Bjorn and Scotty are like doing that game where you pick two random people and you try and say which one would win in a fight, or you like make up a backstory.
Mall watching.
yeah.
Mhm.
People watching. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Bjorn would definitely drink before noon on this one. The sun is over the yard arm. Oh my god, I finally get to make my joke on an actual boat. Holy shit. This is a stupid thing I say in real life, is that the sun is over the yard arm, which is a boat joke, and nobody ever understands what it means.
I still don't understand what it means, but
So if the sun is over the yard arm, which is like approximately 11 to 12, then it's time to start drinking.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can get behind.
The crew kind of gets the vibe, like, with everything that went down in the morning, and like there was some yelling below deck and other things, and now there's these like two new dudes, which they are entertained by thoroughly. That yeah, they're gonna probably be down for a little day drinking. Maybe not going full bore, but you know, a little.
Yeah, you know.
Mm.
We only have so much booze
Survey.
left.
Bjorn is like, ugh.
They'll pull out the cornhole boards
Nice.
for
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Day drinking.
Yes.
Some beer pong.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh,
I feel like
my.
that would be a fantastic game to play on the deck of a boat.
Could be good.
It just like level up very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
Yeah. I'm picturing the boards like just like kind of like sliding back and forth, just like a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You have to. No, you have to like you have to anticipate. You have to flow with the
Yeah.
with the
What do you
sway
mean?
of the boat.
It's right there. What do you mean? And that's over there? I don't.
Well, the boat's moving,
There would
and
be,
like,
like, a
you just,
cross
think about
point.
it's like your sea legs. You gotta anticipate for it.
Yeah, you gotta be ready.
I
Sky's
get
just, sliding back
just
and
drunk
forth.
enough where it just lines up.
That too. That helps.
Kyola's secretly super good at it. Like, just like,
This is my one C skill that I
Yes.
checked.
Yes, I dropped points into deck games.
Yep. It was really important to me. I knew we'd be on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sullen, are you hiding away from the party? Or are you...
Probably in the kitchen. What's the What's the cook's rum situation like?
I believe he has like one note taker bottle left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine now. I'm gonna take it.
This poor man.
I'll replace it.
Yep.
I'll take some of it. Can I take like a heavy pour, like a big glass of it?
Just doing a couple shots.
Not sharing.
Just fill it with some water so it looks the same level.
Yeah. He's already been
watering down the already watered down rum.
Yeah, it becomes like, something that hydrates by the end of it.
Some people deliberately put water in their rum and whiskey.
That's true.
So yeah, I'll probably pour like a heavy pour, then kind of listen to everybody upstairs. Probably give it a few minutes. Hang out with my thoughts before I head up.
As you kind of take that deep breath of courage in and get ready to ascend the stairs, a hand goes to like kind of grab you by the elbow, but like doesn't fully touch.
Turn around, is there anyone there?
Yeah. It's
Who is it?
Natasha.
I hold an Eldritch Blast if she moves.
I think you've already had a bit of a trying day. And then she like indicates her, like she's wearing she kind of has a little bit of a vest loosely over her like poet shirt, just kind of hanging. She kind of indicates that she's going to reach in, and she like pulls it aside and has a bit of like a flask holster, like a little, and then takes out her flask and hands it over to you.
I'd offer you this, but it's even more watered down than usually. Thanks. What brings you here?
Had a bit of a rough day, haven't you?
Did you hear?
Sure.
Well, it's been a rough 24 hours if we're going to, on top of a rough week, on top of a rough year, you get a little worn in. Feel like you might know what that's like.
I've had a few rough years.
Well, you seem strong enough. At what point does it weigh you down?
The trick is not letting them know that it wore you down.
Well, I guess that's a work in progress. Thanks, though.
A little bit of unsolicited advice. Take it or leave it.
Sure, can't get any worse.
You can fight them, but it's a whole lot easier to fight them if they think they have the control.
Fight who?
She looks back down at your hands that you still are holding an Eldritch Blast.
Push it away. Fight who? Do you think I'm gonna fight the people I came here with?
No, I think you have a bigger score to settle. Birds of a feather and all.
What's your score? If I may ask, in exchange for the unsolicited advice, which I appreciate, by the way.
She bamfs out the sword
Mhm.
and then shows the hilt of it. You familiar with Leviatar?
What does the hilt look like?
Has a it's a unassuming longsword hilt that has a diamond shaped pommel at the end that attached to it has a cat of nine tails.
Right.
Right. And now that you like kind of get a closer look, there is red runes that go up the blade. What languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, Primordial.
Damn.
The runes look vaguely elvish,
Okay.
but an older dialect. Like you can make out that it's vaguely elvish, but it's not like it's not jiving with your knowledge of that.
Would you be able to tell me what that says? I know it's Elven. And no, I don't know anything about Leviathan. But I don't think that's connected to the beef I've got.
Funny thing about the Fae, they almost all have beef with one another.
Fae or Archfey? So those are two very different things.
That's fair. Definitely Arch.
So are you aligned? Is this your patron? How's that working out for you?
She gives me power. I sometimes do things that she asked. And for the most part, she leaves me alone.
That's comforting.
It's Sylvan, by the way.
What's it say?
The Maiden of Pain.
Is that your...
And then she flips it over, and the runes are different on the other side. And it says
Okay.
the Willing Whip.
Ooh. Well, there's no runes on this. He pulls out the knife, like flips it, holds it backwards. Suppose you're trustworthy enough?
No. Are you She kind of has the sword disappear. May I?
Yeah.
And she
It's not mine. Don't intend to keep it.
takes it and is checking the balance and flipping it around. And are you very familiar with dark steel?
Not at all, actually.
And she hands the blade back to you. And in a somewhat, Sullen would recognize this as a very trusting maneuver because she has, yeah. So she's handing you hilt with the blade against her fingers. And dark steel is typically a component that is necessary for casting or removing curses.
Is there any way to differentiate between the intention? Or is that baked in part of the knife?
It can be baked in, so certain things, certain devices, implements, items, depending on the intention when they're forged, can lend them to an easier time of breaking or casting. But generally, it's the intention behind the caster that carries more weight and will control the other necessary components.
You're very knowledgeable. I appreciate it. Do what they say and they leave you alone. I'm sorry.
I don't know that she would mind.
Mind what?
And she shakes her head and just be careful.
Careful as I can be.
It helps to have something that can keep you grounded.
I really don't like staying still, but
Neither do I.
think about it.
Don't let them know that they've bothered you either.
Okay.
I don't mean the patron.
Why not?
I used to travel with somebody else. Kind of reminds me of that Scotty person.
A shit kicker. Troublemaker. Scotty's fun. It's not her I'm worried about.
I sometimes wonder whatever happened to her.
You looking for something?
Me? No.
Well, if you decide you are, I can always pick up a rumor. Thanks.
Now that you mention it, keep your kind of interested in sleeping curses.
Oh. Well, seems tangential to the point that I'm already looking for, so I will keep an eye open. Oh, an ear. Thank you.
And she heads off to the kitchen.
He heads upstairs.
What's everybody doing upstairs?
Well, that was like a time rewind just a bit, right? Like that
A
was
little
at the
bit.
same time.
Mhm.
So I guess me and Scotty just hanging out.
Me trying to go to Bjorn into a fight. It's probably not going very well.
Also, probably just kind of hanging out once. I mean, like, as it gets later into the day, maybe like if Scotty does manage to talk Bjorn into a fight, then that'll probably escalate at least a little bit. But
If anyone, it'll
Other
probably
than
be
that-
her. Yeah, I don't think Bjorn would like fight a random crewmate. But
Just pull out a knife.
That's not enough.
yeah, some combination of like if stuff needs doing, like
yeah,
I'm not gonna
I'll
shirk
make
duty,
like
but
make like a lap, like, say hi to the captain, say hi to
No.
Cook, like
No.
check out what Vorthnot and Whiskers are doing, kind of make rounds.
Yeah,
but
but, like-
commit.
Is it like a party happening above deck? Because like it's still only like 2 in the afternoon. Like what are we?
we're having a lunch beer, man.
Yeah, is
yeah.
it is it like
Right there.
music festival rules where like everyone's just like hooked up
I-
already?
What we can do is say, okay, you do some activities, whatever, and then we fast forward to
Yeah.
boozing time.
Yeah.
Appropriate boozing time. So, and whatever other festivities.
Come above deck and play some flute. Just jamming.
Smee will have the helm, and the captain will, if you're playing, he will start singing.
What's he singing?
A jaunty little sea shanty.
Okay.
if he starts to sing, I'm gonna immediately just like be like to Nathan and Daluk, be like, hold on, just cover your ears, and I'm gonna go find who was it, Vorthnot, who got
Yeah.
us the charms, and then just go to me like, they need something if the captain's gonna keep singing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'll go down and see if we have a couple of more.
Right.
And then, do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's one way to end a party.
And then Dad's dead.
Emotional. Just
Fight you.
Not yet.
I will drive across state lines and fight you.
It's only like one state. Like it's not even that far. Midwest rules. That's like close.
That's like nothing.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
nothing.
I'll just show up, start betting.
Listen, threatening me. You haven't even gotten your sister back yet.
So,
All right. So, speaking of festivities, anything you want to do? Talk about, say, Captain is singing. People are drinking. I'll say Natasha is in the captain's quarters, but the door is open.
What time is it?
We'll say we fast forwarded to after dinner. We'll say it's like 7.
Key. Yeah, I really feel like I'm probably not doing anything of note. Like, I feel like Bjorn is kind of keeping a low profile today.
Damn.
Wait.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
What?
Throwing axes? Little children.
Oh right, we were
We gotta
gonna.
teach them. Yeah.
Wait, yeah. If they're gonna be on, if they're gonna be on their own for a bit, and should at least know a little bit about how to defend themselves.
Yep. I think between the two of us, we can figure this out.
Yeah.
Seems a little dangerous, doesn't it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Are you teaching these children throwing axes like in plain view?
Well, like, have it so Scotty has the one axe that she can call back, and so have it facing towards the water, and so if they overshoot it, she can call it back. I can't help with the daggers, so if we do daggers,
No, we'll have to do that. Well,
I've got 2. How many do you have?
I have. How many do I have? I have a few.
I'd be willing to put my 2
I don't know.
daggers in.
I have at least 2, maybe 3. I don't know.
A live weapon?
Well, no. Let's start with we can just start with working on aim.
Yeah.
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 We can advance to live weapons later.
All right, fine.
No, just they're not gonna hurt anyone. Just give them real steel. Like, what are we doing here?
Okay,
Thank you, Kyola.
very
Yes,
small,
thank
let's
you.
give a small bird child a knife. That's just
Yeah, and then I just lean back and like elbow and I'll be like, 2 gold on the bird.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. so
Babysitter
you-
club with weaponry.
Set up a target somewhere like where there's less people,
Yep.
like, and start. And it's like, all right. So you hold it on this end, and then you're just gonna go over, reach back, and then fling forward. You have to follow through. Just let's give it a shot.
And the girl takes it and like mimics but doesn't let go
Uh-oh.
and just
well, that's a start. That's a start. You have to let now try again, but let go this time.
okay.
And just go for it. Just go for it. It's fine.
Scotty
I
does
kind of like
show us,
demonstrate
by
for
the way.
her again and like pause at like the moment where like she should like release it, like just like show her what to do. Like
Where's everybody during this?
I have given this a good birth. I'm watching, but like not close.
Not downrange. Like, definitely not downrange.
Definitely behind.
Cool.
To the side, I would argue, maybe not behind.
Scotty is behind them, but she has the shield ready.
Anybody who's behind her, make me a dexterity saving throw, because as she gets ready to pull it back with her natural 1, she whips it behind her.
Oh, baby child.
Natural 20.
See, I saw this coming. I like sidled off the side. I was like, bye.
The one who brought the
16.
chaos got the natural 1.
Oh, it serves you right.
I bring my own disaster.
I was next to her, so
I'm higher up, so there's more territory to hit.
Scotty, high or low?
Let's go low.
Low. Okay, so it flings back and you see it, and it hits into your shield.
Okay. Good enthusiasm, wrong direction.
So the boomer will come and take.
Should we try the axes so if they go the wrong way, I can vamp it?
oh, can you do that with those too?
I'd have to sit with like an hour, but I could. And like concentrate really hard.
That's cool. Sure, why not?
So, are we switching the daggers or are we going to axes?
Sure, we can try the axes. Sure.
Okay.
God.
So she's
Yeah.
gonna give Boomer the
Boomer gets an
I'm
axe.
just gonna try really hard to pay attention to when the things go awry, either too far or wrong direction.
What do you have?
So,
A knife!
uh,
Yes.
so Boomer has the throwing axe, and following some of the instruction, gets ready, throws the axe, and on "Get off my boat!" and then throws it, but it like falls short of the target.
So close. Right direction.
Good. That was good.
Yeah. Great sound effects.
Just try again. Just try and put a little more muscle into it. Just throw it a little bit harder.
And gets ready and tries again, and like gets ready to throw it and slips, and it falls.
Oh snap! Like bamp it before it hits himself.
Okay.
And hand it back to him. It's like, okay, good try.
Oh my god.
Good try.
It's the evening. There's no
Guess he's
go wrong.
probably like, oh,
Oh god.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Chucks it. Bullseye.
Yes!
yes.
I just hold out my hand to an all.
Yes. Get off my boat.
Oh my god. Mimic bird.
I guess, like, unless Annabelle has something else, like, I assume
No.
this is what Scotty and Annabelle are doing until Sally and Boomer need to go to bed.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yep. Or until they get bored. Whatever happens first.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta like tire them out, like at least play some like soccer or something.
Gonna run them around the deck. Be like, it's a race.
Right.
Do you want your kids to go to bed? Laps.
Laps.
And I'm
Laps.
just like
there's
giving them like
something hidden
sugar
on the
every
deck,
time.
but there isn't actually. Like, and just let them go.
Yeah. They
Easter egg hunt. There's one Easter egg.
Things that I have done with my students, with
Yeah.
my preschool students.
Yeah, it's about that energy.
It's fine. It's fine.
You gotta tire them out. It's like dogs. You play
Exactly.
fetch with them, yeah.
Yeah.
festivities continue. Anything anyone would like to do? Or
I've
say?
hit all my chaos checkboxes.
Bjorn is like awkwardly like not looking at Sullen.
Someone's probably gonna try and be the last one to bed. Like, stay up in the fucking star cover as long as possible.
All right. I would say that eventually, one by one, people get tired. I don't know where Kyola is planning on going or what is happening there. But I would assume eventually you would find, other than Smee left on the deck, the captain would be the last on the deck.
Does it look like he's sleeping up here?
Yeah, it'll look like he'll probably go to his quarters.
Okay. Can I grab Bjorn before he goes to bed?
Sure. Honestly, I feel like Bjorn probably was just like leaning against the side of the boat for quite a while, just watching the festivities, just vibing, just drinking, just hanging. It's not a hard grab. He will
I
give
think
you a
s-
very cautious look if you approach him, though.
Okay. He stands a couple of feet away from you, but pulls out the knife and sort of looks at it for a second, hands it to you backwards. the
Bjorn will take it
pommel hits
very carefully, with a sort of questioning look.
Do you want to keep this?
Why should I want to keep it?
The owl gave it to me. Apparently it removes curses. Can put curses on.
Maybe the
Thought he-
question is, do you want me to keep it?
Well, I thought you might know something about the metal.
Only a little, only what I've heard.
I'm not going to ask you for information right now. I just thought you might want to, like... Look, if you're concerned about my involvement, if you're not sure what I'm going to do, I feel this is the most volatile thing I have on me. So, it's yours.
Right. I'll take a look at it. I've never worked with this type of metal before, this type of weapon, but it's dangerous, or at least as far as I know.
I know. I'm not trying to burden you with it, promise.
Well, it wouldn't be the first strange knife to have come into my possession.
You have another.
Part of one?
Okay.
I don't know what it is. This woman gave it to Annabelle. It's just a hilt, but
Oh,
I said I'd try to fix it. And when I asked, the woman I was speaking to, she said she couldn't, but somebody else needed to.
oh, like an urgent sort of, you have to fix this or the world will go upside down.
No, I don't think so. It was... there was a kid, and we weren't able to save them. And for some reason, their parent said, take this knife and get revenge, classic sort of quests.
Right.
To Annabelle, particularly, but, well, I'm the blacksmith, so I ended up with it.
Well, I don't mean to make you the party blacksmith that sort of holds everything like, pack horse or anything.
That's alright. I don't have my forge right now anyway, so...
True. But, I can't give you any more proof.
I know. Stolen, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. I'm not saying I trust you, and I am certain you don't trust me now. And I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to see this through anymore, but maybe I took my frustration out on you.
I'm fine.
Suit yourself?
I'm just saying I can handle it.
That seems to be your favorite phrase. But
We're working on some things, okay? Not everything all at once.
I can't really cast shade. I'm not always the best at reaching out to people either.
But, apology accepted. Won't hold it against you, etc., etc.
Well, I wouldn't blame you if you did, but...
I thought I should, tell you my brother's dead.
I'm sorry.
When you, it's fine. when you said someone killed your father. I don't know what hatchets you have to bury or what revenge you're seeking, but it seems like all of us have some sort of family on the line here. So
I'm
it's
not
a
looking
more-
for revenge. It was a long time ago.
You seemed rather fired up about it.
You never really stop grieving the people you lose. But it doesn't mean I'm looking for something. He's gone. He's dead. A lot of people are. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Don't know whether I admire that or whether I think that's stupid. You underestimate the impact that you have on the world. Everybody has something to do, some kind of quest, something.
No, they don't. Some people are just the town blacksmith for the rest of their lives, and that's okay.
Okay, Blondie. If you want to be the blacksmith, be the blacksmith. Be behind you, as much as everybody else on the ship is. You don't have to fight them to get answers, you just have to ask.
I'll try.
Unsolicited advice.
Sure.
Well, hold on to it. If you don't want to hold it, I'll keep it. Just thought you might want to.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it. But I sure hope your owl doesn't start talking in my ear, too.
You and me both. If she does, let me know. I'll kick her ass.
Not if I beat you to it.
Okay. Good night.
Stay a little longer. It's fine.
He hands you what's left of the rum.
He'll drink it.
Okay.
And eventually, I assume you both go downstairs to bed.
Yes.
Okay. At the same time, or are you playing chicken to see who's going to go downstairs first?
We're
Is
not
what
going together.
No. I'm just. I am trying to ascertain whether or not one of you, like, I'm trying to get a vibe check. Are you both trying to hold out to see, which one will leave first?
Right.
Who's is somebody gonna
Who's
remain
outbrooding?
on the deck,
Yes, who's brood here?
or are you both just eventually heading downstairs, basically at the same time? Different scenes may happen. I need to know.
Oh.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed. I am going to bed.
I don't mind either way, to be honest.
Okay.
Unless you have a preference, either of you, any of you, I can go first.
No, I'm going to bed. I want to go.
Bye. All right, then
done.
Brood. Then
I gotta
you're
go.
just gonna fucking brood out alone on the deck with the stars above, you know?
I fucking stayed for longer.
Just a beautiful, beautiful scene.
I feel
Just
threatened.
brooding at night.
Designated brood zone
Yeah.
right here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
In his hair.
Oh, just
yeah.
just beautiful, that nice sea breeze.
Yes.
So Bjorn stayed out a little bit longer, brooding on the deck.
Sure.
Sure. The captain will walk up to you.
Captain.
You're quite the crewman.
Thank you.
I mean, you seem very capable and know your way around a ship.
It's been quite a while, but sure, I learned to sail when I was a kid.
Valkyr longboats?
Got it in one.
Not bad. If you, are interested, I wouldn't mind having you on my crew.
Thank you. I acknowledge the offer, but I've made other plans, obligations. You know how it is.
Plans change. If
Well,
they
if I
do,
find myself without a family, friends, or a job, then I'll let you know if I decide to become a pirate.
very well. I'll leave you to your solidarity. Nod of his head and walks away.
I am so concerned for Scotty right now.
My fucking my brain is goblin mode, but I'm just gonna commit to the bit. I'll call after him and be like, if you stop being a pirate, you could turn into a singer.
I considered it once. But all these men, like, crashing upon my shore. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Eventually, you all find yourself to bed. I'm assuming that Sullen is staying up later than everyone else to see if anyone is dreaming, unless I am
Nope.
wrong.
Nope, he went right to sleep.
Went right
No,
to
of course he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a good little man. No.
That's a lie.
He's a little traumatized. He needs some sleep.
Old habits
will do that
die
to you.
hard.
I just want to say the vague background to all your guys' like bullshit up on deck would have been like me and all up on like the poop deck.
Yeah.
Me very dramatically reading like smut out loud with like my head in her lap.
Oh,
And it would have been the first time you saw Bolin above deck also.
Oh.
That's it. That's all.
I love it.
Nice.
Love
Yes.
Just vaguely in the background.
You know those like the like little simple characters you see drawn in the background of comic panels, and there's always just like something in the background. Yeah.
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 Little Bolin's head peeking out like
Yeah.
this one. Ricky panels.
Yes. Yes. All right. Scotty.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
I did good.
R.I.P. buddy.
Yeah, you did.
Damn it!
You
Okay.
did.
Okay. Shit.
Scotty.
Oh.
You're home. You hear your dad in the kitchen cooking breakfast. You can hear a faint ting, 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 the rhythmic beats of a hammer forging steel. What do you see in your bedroom?
Would be the bed. Scattered weapons, some handmade, some pilfered from the parents. Small knickknacks, toys, trinkets found from exploring.
Do you have your own room?
I imagined it was shared. A lot of kids in the house.
You can smell bacon. What do you do?
Looking around, is anyone else in the bedroom?
No. It's just you.
Head out into the main area then.
All right.
Call out.
You see Domri. He's kind of singing to himself as he looks like he is cooking some breakfast. Hasn't noticed you. There's plenty of pelts strewn about. You get that faint, like, coppery scent from some of the pelts that are outside and drying. And past the kitchen, you can hear the hammering getting a little louder.
How's he look? Does he look like younger?
Looks about the same.
Okay. She's gonna head towards the hammering.
The heat increases as you get closer to the forge. You see what can only be described as this is mixing the thing, but like an Amazon. You see a woman that has very well-toned arms. She's a little bit taller than you. Her hair is in a braid that comes back into there's two like plates that come back into and then braid into themselves down the length of this long hair that is kind of blonde but has gone more gray with years. She's sweating and in front of the fire and is hitting with what looks like your hammer and is forging a crown.
Have I ever seen the crown before?
No.
Gonna call out to her. She responds.
What do you say when you call out?
You were supposed to retire, Mom. Gave the forge to Bjorn.
Well, he's not around. So who the fuck do you think is gonna be working the forge? He went off on some fool's errand with you.
It's not a fool's errand.
Bam! And hits and continues to hit. What do you do?
Is anyone else around?
Nope.
I'm gonna reach out my hands and see if I can call the hammer to me.
it comes to you, streaking out of her hands. And for a moment, she turns to you and looks like she is 20, 30 years younger, with a fur collar, wearing a blue like cape, fully armored up, holding a glaive in one hand and a long sword in the other. Roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, I gotta fight my mom. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. 14.
Okay.
Get my ass kicked.
You say that like that's a bad initiative roll, like.
I just want.
Fight my mom, I'm kind of terrified.
Yeah. Mom fight.
All right. Okay. She
Shot so bad.
instantly is upon you.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
Did I get all my spell slots back, by the way?
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Those two will miss. I'm assuming the 26 will hit though. Okay,
that'll hit.
so she strikes out with the glaive once, twice, and then comes in with her short sword, or sorry, her long sword, and hits you for 11 points of slashing damage as you deflect the first strike with your pulling your shield out, deflecting, blocking the second one, but her seeing an opportunity, stabbing in. And it's your go.
I will hit her twice with the hammer. Ooh. Will that's 9, 7, 16 hit?
It does not.
Shit.
As you swing in with the hammer, she blocks it with her sword, and you feel a jolt as like the clash reverberates back up your arm.
Okay. I will hit her again.
All right.
No, I won't. That is a 12. I will action surge and do it again.
Okay.
Okay, that's much better. 26.
26 will hit.
Yes.
That's your mom.
She hit me first.
Fine, okay, cool.
Milk your shit. That's 6 bludgeoning. 2 lightning. I'm working through some shit. It's okay.
Your hammer doesn't quite have the impact that you want it to. And it's as if the lightning has no effect on her whatsoever.
Any chance she does fire? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna hit her again. You said the lightning did no damage?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The hammer's still better. So still come at her with the hammer. Oh, no I won't. That is a 9.
All right. Will a 19 hit you?
I will throw up shield.
Okay. So as she comes in to block with her glaive, and then flips it up, and then is coming back down to strike you, and you raise your shield just in time, and to be able to deflect her next 2 attacks. And it's your go.
Whew. I don't really have anything else, so yeah, I'm gonna come at her again with the hammer. That is a 12 again, so no, I won't. Do my second attack. That's a natural 1.
Oh my goodness.
So
This
yeah,
guy's embarrassing in her dream, guys.
mm-hmm. She looks at you, and her eyes go white, and lightning begins to spark and crackle around her and around her face. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, little buddy, you're going back over there. You were helpful. Okay, 15.
Double check. So this fails. So as
No damage?
a column, no, sorry, you failed. It was 15. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You failed. The DC was 18.
How much did that come to play?
So, and you take 11 points of lightning damage as this column of lightning force just surrounds you.
Okay. Was that her turn?
That is her turn.
She's gonna come at her again and try and hit her with the hammer. Will a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit.
Shit! Okay.
She is
Second attack?
heavily armored.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, she's wearing a lot of armor.
Oh man, that's a 10. I will take my bonus action and heal for 1d10 plus 5.
Nice.
If I can find a 10.
She raises up her sword and calls the lightning down on you again.
Oh, come on!
For 24 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
Do I make a dex save for that, or do I just take it?
Your turn. Yeah, you can make another dexterity saving throw.
That's a 3.
Yeah. You take all of that damage.
Cool. Cool.
Oh. Oh.
What are you doing?
She's gonna steel herself up and going again. 2 more attacks.
All right.
Hey! 26 again.
All right. That hits.
Thank goodness. Alright, so that's 10 bludgeoning. And you said lightning had no effect, right?
Yep.
Not even gonna bother. And gonna go for my second attack. That is a 15.
15 misses. She blocks.
Uh-huh.
You're kind of surprised at how, like, you knew your mom was a badass, but like, and it's clear that this is your mom. This is your mom a good deal younger. All right, she is going to for 1 and 2. There, wait, throw that on the floor. There
Pretty
we go.
cool.
There we go. Okay. The first is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
The second is a 24 to hit. And the third is a 28 to hit.
Okay, 28 definitely hits. And the other one hits.
Okay.
Math.
That is. So she comes in with the glaive. You block that with your shield. She flips it around her head in like, this is an I'm showing off. I don't need to be doing this. Spins it above her head, spins it around her back, letting it go. Strikes you with the long sword, catches the glaive, and then comes in for the other strike. For a total of...
Just had to be a badass about it. Couldn't just kick my ass and let me be.
So we have 11 points of slashing damage and 11 points of piercing damage.
I'm out. Yep.
As you slow motion fall and hit the ground, she walks over, standing above you. Puts her hand on your chest. It's your job to protect him. And you're healed. And eventually you wake up the next morning. So Sullen, because you were watching, waiting for you will see, it seems like Scotty is fighting in her, like
in the dog way, where like,
yes.
you know, like...
Yes.
Okay.
It's like twitching.
How long does it go on? And is it close to...
It goes on for a surprising amount of time.
Okay. I'll go to bed. Be the first to wake up. And I'm 2 inches from her face when she wakes up.
Scotty, you wake up and Sullen right there.
Punch!
Dodge.
Make me a dexterity saving
Don't
throw.
fuck me, don't. Don't.
I believe in you. Do better than me. Do better than me.
That's gonna be a 20, a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Scotty, roll to hit.
Oh,
Fear?
Don't fuck me.
come on.
Natural 20.
It's
Fine.
It's only against friends. We can only attack
Fine.
friends.
Yep,
Fine.
that's it. That's it.
Okay.
So here's what I see happening. Scotty wakes up. Oh shit! And then like just comes in for the punch, and Sullen like realizes how much she enjoys punching, and so is kind of like anticipating it, and so is backing up, and he was able to back up enough that she like whiffs mostly air, but there's this split moment where you see for just like a second Scotty's hair goes a little white. Her eyes go white. And there's a little bit of a crackle of electrical energy. And it's almost as if she elongated and hit. Like,
Ouch! Good fucking morning!
Holy shit! I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine!
What are you
Are
two
you
yelling
okay?
about?
What the hell is...
Imagine the two of us are just
Shut
like
the-
there,
it's-
staring at each other.
Just shut up.
early.
Yeah. it's-
Shut up.
Jesus.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
Go outside.
If you're gonna fight, do it on the deck for fuck's sake.
He goes like, oh,
Yeah, Scotty will get up and follow Solo out.
I feel like coming to his senses, at least, like, given what happened yesterday, Bjorn is like, wait.
wait.
Nope, back to
wait a
sleep.
second. Hold on.
Wait.
Nope. Yep. Right back. No.
No, sleep.
Watching them go,
No.
but, like, if it seems copacetic, then...
Yeah. Yeah, no, normal, after that, normal breakfast stuff, but like, Scotty, what the hell? Your hair went white for a second.
What? Really?
Yeah. You looked like you had been shocked by lightning and then you hit me, and I thought I'd got out of the way.
Are you okay? Like,
I'm fine.
I didn't hit
Did
you,
I take did I take damage?
Scotty, what's your punch?
A D6?
Nope, straight 4.
5?
4.
Yeah.
You're
So I
a little bit
take a
stronger
D4?
than me. Quit rubbing it in.
I'm like, oh, Scotty's the same strength as me, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something happened. Your hair went white.
I'm sorry, and she's gonna like not touch him, and do healing word.
Thank you.
You get a whopping. Hold on, it's gonna be
You
super
didn't
great.
tell me how much damage I'd taken.
Oh, you took.
I took a D4, but not 4. It doesn't max.
Oh, no, the strike is
No,
always the
it's-
same number.
Always
Yeah,
a
it's
4.
always a
Oh my
4.
god.
Yeah.
God.
And you got healed for 4, which is my max.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thanks.
a little slight static shock as it hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
I,
little
just,
A little bit of electricity.
I was going to bed late last night. You looked particularly peaked, so
I don't think I did anything. Sam just.
okay.
Have you ever had a dream where you had to fight your parents?
No, I've had other fighting dreams before. They
Okay.
don't end up well.
This one didn't end up well.
What happened?
My mom kicked my ass. That's what happened.
Oh, oh no, I've never fought my parents. Oh my god.
Right? She's like, looked younger, and like I knew my mom was a badass, but she was like, she really kicked my ass. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. You should probably talk to someone about that. Is she not the type to kick your ass?
Hey, well, you know, if you're doing something stupid, she'll knock you upside the head. But
Were
you, know,
you doing
not,
something
like,
stupid?
I did take the hammer from her, I guess. I don't think that warranted.
Wait, the hammer that you have in your hand.
Yeah, she had it for some reason. which I've never seen her with it.
Hmm.
It's never at home. In fact, I've never seen it before until I found it, so. Dreams.
Right, dreams. Well, we've talked about them before. It seemed like you were having a rough night. Thought I'd say something.
Well, thanks, sorry that I punched you. You probably shouldn't be so close when I wake up.
I will not do that again. Thank you. Yes. Are you a light sleeper? You seem to be a heavy sleeper.
I don't think I'm a light sleeper. I usually am out, and then I don't wake up unless something's on fire.
Oh. Yeah, same. Okay then. Well, I will not wake you like that again.
Probably for your best. I appreciate the attempt. How did you sleep? Good evening.
Yeah, slept fine. Normal
Good.
for once.
Hey!
Yeah.
No dreams? Good?
No dreams. As good as I can be. Slept off the damage.
Good. Rough fight yesterday? I didn't see much of it.
No, the fight was fine.
How was after the fight?
Well, your brother can certainly fight.
Did he punch or did he yell?
He didn't punch me, no, but I felt like it was coming. I tried to, wriggle out, but, it's very strong.
Hey. He won't punch you unless it's actually gonna be a fight, so...
How tall is he?
How tall is Bjorn?
I believe I'm 6'1".
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taller than me.
I've just never seen, I don't know.
6'2", sorry.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. No, we're fine. He apologized.
Good.
Just not something I was expecting.
He can get a temper, but he usually comes around.
I think he did. But anyway, the fight was fine. Everything's copacetic.
Good.
Yeah. Let me know
Yeah.
if you need anything for the dreams, etc.
Yeah, next time maybe throw something at me. Like, keep your distance. Like,
Okay, yeah. I don't think that projectiles when one is waking up are generally friendly.
well, neither's punching, but this way at least it hits me and not you.
That's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
revenge settled.
All right.
I'll throw something at you next time.
Hey, if you're trying to get on Bjorn's good side, compliment his axe.
His what?
His axe.
Oh, I misheard you. Okay, I can do that.
I mean, that too, but that's gonna have... I don't know how that one would go, really.
I don't imagine it would go well.
I've never seen that one go down, but you know.
Right, yes. No. Did he make it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll say something. I gave him a knife yesterday. It seems to all be weapons based.
Yeah, well, you work at a forge, you know. That's what he knows, and that's what he's really good at, and
True.
he can talk your ear about it if you ask.
Okay. I don't think it's just Bjorn that I need to get on the good side of. I think it's the entire...
I'm not looking.
I'm not looking.
Just
You looked.
any of you.
I've done
I'm
this, I'm
oblivious.
sorry. Okay.
Not looking. Nope.
No, I think it's the entire party I need to get on the good side of. So,
I think you did a
if
good
you
job.
need any help with the dream thing, thank you. Try my best. Kyola's the slipperiest.
Yeah, you just be nice to her, help her out, and try not to kill her, and things tend to go good.
Keep that in mind. Okay.
Sometimes she says mean things, but I don't think she actually means them.
There's a tone. I've picked up on that much. Okay. Well, that's all. Just wanted to check on you.
Thanks. Back to work.
back to work. Who knows what's going to happen on this boat? How many days left are there? We're almost there, aren't we?
We're only 6 days in.
I thought we had 7.
Was it 7? I forget how long it was to the port.
No, I thought it was 7 to hit port.
It's 7 to hit port. You're
Okay.
6 days in.
And yes, we are almost at port.
Almost there.
Quick, someone roll a dice.
Oh
You still wanna
no,
do
we've
that?
already rolled for this day. We haven't gotten to.
I knew it.
Oh no, God.
Oh no, we've already rolled for this day.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh
that
boy.
being said,
Oh boy.
Remember that 9?
Doll.
yes.
So, Solon, tell me more about yourself. Like,
Oh,
do you like dogs?
I do not
It's
like
really
dogs. I'm
spread
rather a
out.
cat person.
All right, we're done.
Okay. It's nice seeing you. Goodbye.
See you later.
Rip.
All right.
Bring on the
So,
roll.
yeah, most of the day passes without event. You are allowed to do whatever you like with this time. I'm assuming because I've been fishing for what are things you want to do for a healthy chunk of this episode. So we're going to fast forward a bit unless there's anything you want to do. So, we'll say most of the day it's a decent travel. You find yourself like getting close to dinner time. Everyone's finding themselves on the deck of the ship. And then the sky
Oh no.
changes. It's as if the saturation gets turned way up. And you can feel static building up in your body. As if you know that as soon as you touch something, it's going to shock you. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh no! Come on! Come on!
Brutality.
Just say roll it. Just say roll initiative and let's get this going.
Oh no. No, no. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I hate it here.
All I had for the condition was re-rolling a number that had already been rolled
Fucking
for this
hell.
event. So you could...
Oh no.
So we're gonna see what happens next week.
See, even Lola is done with your shenanigans.
Lola's taking the steps off this bed to leave. She's so sick of it.
See, 2 more buttons. Like, we gotta...
Yeah, we gotta.
And you know, like there were
Come
so
on.
there were so many
30 more minutes. 30 more minutes.
30 more.
Just one more hour.
Just tell us about Bolin and Freya, like, cavorting on the deck together.
Yeah.
Bolin, just a sweet little baby angel, and you're just gonna murder him like this in this boat
Does-
sinking situation.
Does Bolin still hate my cat?
I mean, probably that cat's like in a saddlebag. They were like hanging out together down with the horses, like in respective saddlebags for like 5 days. So maybe they like each other a little bit now. You know,
All right. Shall we go around and do some shout outs?
Wee woo, wee woo.
Let's do some
Okay.
shout outs. Let's
Do
do
it.
some screaming. A little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
Just everyone scream.
Listen,
Yeah,
once it
big
got to
death.
a
Give me
certain
a small
point,
death.
once it got to a certain point of time in the evening, I'm like, well, I know how we're gonna end this episode.
Brutal, man.
Sadness.
I mean, listen. Anyway, Anyway, Dusty.
It's me, your local Dusty, also known as Elegant Feather Duster, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitch under that username, or Elegant Feather on Twitter because character limits are a bitch. I stream every Friday, usually video game stuff, and I'm starting Tomb Raider this week, the 2013 one, so that'll be fun. And we'll see. Trying to do more art and crafting streams, but been super busy, so whatever. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Follow me on social media, that kind of stuff. And I guess next week we get to find out what this stupid bullshit storm is about.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Stupid bullshit storm.
Stupid bullshit
It's
storm.
It's gonna be the teleport circle into the Feywild.
Sure fucking is.
I swear to God.
I will leave this party so quick.
For a lesbian said no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Like peeked up above deck, went right back down below deck.
No. No. Speaking of furry lesbian, Kyola.
That's my FetLife name. Yeah,
For
no,
affinity, please.
I am a Kyola cosplay on all the things except FetLife, obviously. Clearly.
Obviously.
Obviously. My great accomplishment for this week is that I am in the Critical Role cosplay gallery. That's it. That's all I have.
Shit looks good as hell, man.
no,
Yeah, it does.
It was very legit. You know, it made it in USA. Whatever.
Hell yeah.
Not USA. The world.
You know.
Whatever the name of the is Xandria? I don't really go to Critical Role that hard.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't even have it.
All right. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Vi at Vicious Frockery on the Instagram and the Twitter and the TikTok. I make stuff and am doing a lot of art right now. So if you want to see those things, that is where you can find me. I have a Thanatos test that goes up this week. Boy. But yeah, that's where you can find me. It's vicious.frockery on Instagram and Vicious Frockery everywhere else. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Shield Maiden.
Hello, I'm Natalie, Shield Maiden or Shield Maiden cosplay across all platforms. That's Shield with 2 eyes. Yeah, working on cosplay things and also ceramics and pottery. That's where we're at right now. Yeah. More of the same.
Good content all the same.
Hell yeah.
Donnie.
Hey, I'm Amber from Bedonia Italic or Bedonia Cosplay on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. I got nothing going on. Just, you know.
Yeah. You're chilling.
Dogstagram.
Yeah.
Only chilling.
Where is she? Oh, we got a butt. We got a butt.
Oh, there you go.
We do have a butt.
It's like a hot pocket of dog.
Yeah, it is. It's very
Like,
cylindrical in shape.
Yeah, if you miss your Lola fix, hit me up on Twitter. There is a thread there if I'm not streaming. If you need a picture of Lola, and I will send you a picture of Lola.
I would like to see it.
Nice.
Oh, I'll tag you. Maybe.
pin it to the top.
And I am Dr. Psych Owl pretty much everywhere on the social medias except for Twitter, where I am Dr. Psych Owl TV. I can't believe it's not bitter. Hashtag not bitter. Hashtag still bitter. And yeah, I have been the dungeon master this evening, where I have made people feel things whether they want to do or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been your Goose Game episode of like we woke up and caused trouble.
We have chosen violence.
We have chosen violence.
We sure have.
I mean, I feel like I did not do a hefty ton in the
Oh, I
beginning.
take full
We did it to
responsibility
ourselves.
for this.
Yeah, no.
Everyone walked into their own demise. You fought your mom like that. Like normally you just be like, okay, mom. And you would walk away.
She came at me first.
Yeah, and that's when you're like, okay, mom. Heisman and walk away. Like, try and hit me again, Jesus.
All right. So yeah. Stay tuned to all the things because I am in full on getting props done for charity streams mode. So pay attention to like my social media shenanigans because you're gonna be seeing a lot of Destiny guns, Mass Effect guns, plus some other things.
Also, we are like incredibly close to 300 followers, so like you guys should hype us out and help us reach that like milestone. Like that'd be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Super dope as hell.
Helps the channel. We get closer to milestones. We get to give more money to charity.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Makes us love you more.
And follows are free, so like it's no loss to you. Yeah, like
Follows are free. That I don't know where I was gonna go with that, so I'm just gonna continue to pick out somebody for us to raid.
In honor of
I'm
the
like, if you're a
69
Prime subber, you gotta do it every month. So like, don't forget to do that. You know, like
That's right. Have we told you about our Lord and Savior Twitch Prime? Which means
Sir Jeffrey of Bezos allows you to give people money for free.
Let's not. He has fallen.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. But Sir Jeffrey of Bezos does allow you to give money to people for free.
Yo, Rifle Stud. Thank you for reading.
Thanks, dude.
We're about to raid somebody else, but thank you.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Counter raid.
It's just a.
It's like
a
Uno
pit stop.
rules.
We're just
on your way.
Exactly. All right. I think we're gonna go hit up Q Times because I like those folks. Those are nice folks. So yeah, let's go ahead and say hi to them. And we love you all. And you know, if you're not in the Discord, get your ass in the flippin' Discord. We love you.
Show me romance covers to redraw. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. How do you? Let us know how you feel about Sojourn, or Sojourn. That's it. Sojourn, the ship name.
Down.
what a deeply
Oh my
thing.
God.
All right. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you all had a Baja blast. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thick, but it is simply not. I do not have a curl pattern like that.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
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 Hey everyone. Where do I ship your Oscars for tonight? To whom do I address the Emmy? I would like to know.
We gotta get our EGOTs. Like,
Yeah.